Welcome to another episode of Start That Business. If you're a purpose-driven Christian woman who loves to take imperfect actions, you don't need to look any further. This is your place to thrive. Yeah. If you are new here, I'm your host, Chichi, and I'm all about service-based businesses. Yes, you heard me right. I might have a few product-based business owners listening. You can learn a thing or two. In today's episode, I will talk about the two types of service-based businesses I can help you start. It doesn't matter where you are in the process, as long as you're ready to take an imperfect action with a positive mindset to launch your service-based business. You have found your tribe. Lace those shoes as I walk you through the two types of service-based businesses I can help you start. You have a strong desire to start a service-based business, but you're struggling with clarity on your idea, self-doubt, fear of public failure, feeling overwhelmed with too much information, and unsure about how to begin, what steps to take, and when to take them. I understand the frustration of scrolling through Instagram and feeling unfulfilled, wondering why it seems everyone else is fulfilling their purpose effortlessly while you're not. That is why I created the Business Clarity Blueprint. If you're ready to streamline your focus and get clarity to start your service-based business, the process is simple. Step 1. Go to startthatbusinesspodcast.com. Step 2, download the Business Clarity Blueprint. Step 3, create your Business Clarity Blueprint. You don't want to get to the end of your life and regret not taking the first step to start your business and fulfill your calling. You can become the Christian woman who dares to start a business that impacts lives, glorifies God, and turns a profit instead of burying your God-given ideas. Are you ready to partner with the Holy Spirit and take a faith-filled step to start your service-based business? Go to startthatbusinesspodcast.com and download the Business Clarity Blueprint. Let's get into today's episode. Hey sis, welcome to the Start That Business podcast, where you will find practical solutions that empower you to start your service-based business. I'm your host, Chichi Ukomadu, an entrepreneur, wife, mom of 3, and a Jesus follower. 10 years ago, I was afraid of giving up my desire to build a corporate career and say yes to the Holy Spirit's nudge to start that business. I believe personal fulfillment comes from letting go of your way and saying yes to God's way so you can become all you were created to be. If you're ready to find personal fulfillment, grab a cup of coffee, tea, or hot cocoa, and your favorite snack. It's time to take your first step to start that business. You know the one I'm talking about? Yes, that one you've been putting up for a long time. I'm excited to share that I am in the middle of a brand refresh. So I'm working on a new website and working on the background to get something really special out there just for you. Now, as I was working on the copy for the new website rebrand I'm working on, I had the opportunity to visit a website of a copywriter, and I was just looking through her page, scrolling through the different pages, and I noticed something really cool that she had on her service page. And on that page, she had a section that says, here are the types of businesses that I have written copy for. So when I saw that, I began to look for my type of business on the list to see if she will be a good fit for me and if she will be someone that I can hire to help me write the copy for my website. Now, as I was looking through that list, the idea or the inspiration for this episode came, and I said, wait a minute. Do my listeners know the kind of service based business I can help them start? And I said, I'm going to do a podcast episode all about that. And that's why we're here. That's why you're listening to this episode right now. The two types of service based businesses I can help you start are there are two main categories. The first one is called DFY. DFY stands for Done for You Service Based Businesses. And the second one is called DWY. And DWY stands for Done With You Service Based Businesses. So, those are the two types of service based businesses I can help you start. And I'll go into more detail to break it down so that you can look for yourself on the list and you can find out if we'll be a good fit to work together. Now, the Done For You service based business, it simply means that you, as the entrepreneur, you do all the work for the client. So your customer doesn't have to do the work themselves. So you do all the work for your client. That's the Done For You service-based business. So examples of such businesses are accounting and bookkeeping services, legal services, graphic design and branding services, digital marketing services, website development and design services, catering and food services, hair salon services, social media management services, content writing and copywriting services, virtual assistant services, online business management services, event rental and decoration services, professional services like maybe you're an architect or you have a certain profession that you have services you can offer to your client and only you can do the work in such services. We have repair and maintenance services, entertainment services like a DJ service or things along that line, or maybe people that have like a balloon creation service and things like that that you see in parties. Also, home cleaning services. So those are all examples of done for you service-based business. So if you have any done for you service-based idea that might be on the list I just mentioned, I can definitely help you start that kind of business. Let me use an example. So if you are an accountant or you're a bookkeeper and you want to start your own accounting and bookkeeping services, you will be the one handling the financial record keeping, the tax preparation and reporting on behalf of your clients. So I can help you start that kind of business. If you are a lawyer and you want to be able to provide legal advice, contract drafting, representation, that is a kind of business I can help you start. If you are a graphic designer, a web designer, maybe you're into branding services, you design and create visual designs, logo, branding materials for your clients, I can help you start that kind of business. It might be a digital marketing service. Maybe you're an expert in online marketing strategies, social media management, digital advertising for businesses. If you want to start that kind of service, I can definitely help you. Along with website development, maybe you know how to create and design website for clients. I can also help you start that kind of business. You might be someone who enjoys cooking. Maybe you are a trained chef and you want to start your own catering and food services. You want to cater meal preparation, menu planning, food delivery for events. I can totally help you start that kind of business. The second type of service-based business I mentioned earlier is done with you service-based business. A done with you service means you actively involve your client in the process and you work together on a task or project or to create the final deliverable, and they're working with your guidance and your support. Now, examples of done with you service-based businesses are coaching and consulting services. So this business that I'm doing, it's a done with you service because the end result is a collaboration between me, the coach, and you that is trying to start the business. Another example of a done with you is an event planning and management service business. Now, when you're doing an event, you're working with your client, they're making decisions. So it's a collaborative process. You are not the only one doing all the work. The client is doing some work. Photography and videography service is also a done with you service because you have to show up to the photo shoot for the photographer to be able to take your pictures or the videographer to be able to take your pictures. So it's a collaborative effort. System strategy or setup service is also a done with you service because, again, you're working with the client. A fitness training and coaching business is also a done with you business. Healthcare, wellness services, all those are also done with you. Personal shopping and styling is also a done with you service-based business. Fashion consulting, that is also a done with you. Tutoring, training, educational service businesses, those fall under that category too. Transportation, logistics services, it's a collaborative process. So if you are looking to start any of this kind of business I just mentioned under the done with you category, I can definitely help you start that kind of business. If you are coach or you have an experience and you want to start your own coaching business or consulting services where you're providing guidance and expertise while actively involving your clients in the decision-making and implementation process, I can definitely help you do that. If you are excited and you love to plan events and you like to plan alongside your clients, involving them in the planning and execution of the event, and you want to start that kind of business, I can help you. If you are a photographer or a videographer as a professional and you want to actively participate in photo shoots, you want your clients to actively participate in photo shoots and videos while you professionally guide them and capture the content, I can help you start that kind of business. So this, in a nutshell, just gives you an idea of the kind of service-based business I can help you start. Another thing I'd like to mention is some of these service-based businesses that I mentioned have an online component. Some of them can be done completely online, like the coaching and consulting, it can be done online. So it can fall under the category of an online service-based business. Some require you to do it in a physical location, say like a hair salon service business or maybe a catering and a food service business. So regardless of if the service-based business you want to start is an online service-based business or something that is done offline, I can also help you start that business. With my background in running a logistics company and dealing with equipment and inventory, I have the expertise that I'll be able to guide you in starting your own service-based business, whether it's online or at a physical location. All right, let's recap real quick. The two types of service-based businesses I can help you start are done for you service-based business, which means you are doing all the work and your client is not doing anything, or the done with you service-based business, meaning you're actively involving your client and both of you are working in a collaborative manner to produce the final result. If you're ready to start any of the businesses I mentioned, or if I didn't mention the type of service-based business you want to start, don't panic. Let's connect and chat about it. Go to startthatbusinesspodcast.com and click the book session now button to book your session. I can't wait to chat with you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on today's episode. I hope you learned something new and you were encouraged. If you're ready to streamline your focus and get clarity to start your service-based business, go to startthatbusinesspodcast.com and download the Business Clarity Blueprint. Please share this episode with someone so they can get the help they need. Keep listening for more exciting episodes. I'll meet you here next week. Hey sis, before you go, if this podcast has encouraged you, helped you, inspired you, or taught you something new, please head over to Apple Podcasts and search for Start That Business Podcast and leave me a written review. That's one of the ways I know this podcast is impacting your life. Thank you so much. I'll also love to connect with you on Instagram. My handle is @ChichiUkomadu. Until next time, always remember you have all you need to start that business. I'll see you soon.